A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And the ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. Able to slither by. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He'll have a first down past the 40.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Flushed out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He's got the first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Browns! Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Second down and 8. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Second and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Jackson now. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Handoff comes to Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out. And they'll begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's the backup Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Justin Madubuike in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good. Enough for a first down.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield forced out to his left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone.
And on the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Hunt going to run for it, and he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty, so they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second down and 7.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schubert. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run.
119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Being chased out left.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air, and the Browns have taken the lead.
A late turnover so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Gus Edwards.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that, because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, Dobbins, no gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left.
And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile,